We're here today at the Layton Criminal Courthouse for the second day of jury selection in the Jason Van Dyke murder trial. We had 5 jurors selected today after picking 5 on the first day on Monday.
Can you tell us a little bit about one of the jurors that you saw being picked?
Yeah, one of the interesting ones actually had a connection to this case in that she's very closely related to the Gaughan family. Judge Vincent Gaughan, who's presiding over the case, his brother also is her sister's godfather, and another brother of Judge Gaughan actually stood up in her parents' wedding.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, and I also saw a black woman selected for the jury today. She's a truck driver who's worked for Federal Express for about 24 years. She actually, she said she had seen the video of the McDonald's shooting, and she said she was kind of stunned by it. She said it was kind of like horrific to be on TV, but she also said that's because kids could see it. She also mentioned that's a lot of shots. There was some discussion about whether to keep her on the jury. She did make it, but that led to the first of what we call Batson motions that accuse one side or the other of discriminating against jurors on the basis of race, which is forbidden. Do you want to talk about those a little?
Sure. So this was the first African American seated on this jury. At present, we've got a breakdown that is we have 5 white jurors and 1 black female, 3 Latino females, and an Asian American man. The Batson refers to the Supreme Court decision that bars typically prosecutors from striking minority members from the jury. I actually witnessed 2 reverse Batsons wherein the defense accused Special Prosecutor Joseph McMahon's team of trying to strike white males from the jury.
So we saw this on both sides today.
Indeed, and in fact, I think we saw them both be unsuccessful.
Right, and of course the challenge is the side that's being challenged just has to say whether or not they have a race-neutral explanation for striking a juror. Both sides managed to do that today. But of course all of this, in the end, after all this questioning, may not even matter because we're coming close to a very important decision too.
Yeah, the judges indicated that after the 11th juror is seated, and again we have 10 now, once the 11th is seated, that he will give the defense some period of time to consider whether or not to waive a jury and have Judge Gaughan himself preside over the trial. Judge Gaughan has gone to some pretty extreme lengths to have this case tried by a jury. He's known in the building for preferring to do jury trials and simply not finding bench trials particularly interesting. Puts a lot of pressure on the judge to have a verdict in this case that's not going to have the city go up for grabs. So.
Right, and of course Van Dyke is expected, on the other hand, though, to have a very technical legal defense, though, in which cases judges tend to be more sympathetic to such arguments, right? Yeah,
I'd say that is the conventional wisdom. Judges also run for re-election. Now, Judge Gaughan not expected to run for retention. He's in his 70s and isn't up again until 2022. And he certainly doesn't have to be worried about his legacy, having presided over high-profile cases, including both defendants in the Brown's Chicken Massacre.
And R. Kelly, right?
And R. Kelly, yeah.
Thank you very much for watching. We'll be back here tomorrow at the Criminal Courthouse for more of the Jason Van Dyke jury selection. Thanks.